My name is Ukemeobong Akanam. I'm the Media and Communications Lead here at PenOp, Pension Fund Operators Association of Nigeria. Okay, so for this call, I have three lovely women with me, and they're all leaders in their own rights in the pension sector. So I'm just going to leave you to introduce yourself.
Blessing Ogwu, I work for UBA Pension Custodian Limited. It's one of the 4 custodians in the pension industry. I work here as the MD CEO. I'm a qualified accountant, FCA by membership, and I have had some couple of years in the financial industry. I used to work for Zenith Bank. I also work for UBA PLC. But in the past close to 2 years, I've been in the pension industry with UBA Pensions. So that's who I am.
Wow. Well done, well done. Okay, so we'll move on to Mrs. Kemi. Could you please tell us?
Thank you very much, Ukeme. Right, so my name is Kemi Oluwashina. I'm an executive director with Premium Pension. I've been in the pension industry. Actually, my portfolio in Premium Pension is overseeing business development in the southern part of the country, as well as investment. I have a background in science. I'm actually a pharmacist, but I've been in financial services for over 20 years. I've done asset management in the over 20 years. I previously worked in a financial group as well for close to 2 decades before I came over, and I've been in Premium Pension for almost 4 years. So thank you for having me, Kemi.
You're welcome. Thanks so much for being on this call. And finally, Mrs. Joy, please can you introduce yourself? Thank you.
As you know, my name is Joy Ojakovo. I'm the General Manager of Progress Trust CPFA Limited. Progress Trust is a closed pension fund administrator, and we manage the pensions of the employees of Nigerian breweries. I actually have been in Nigerian breweries for over 20 years. But prior to that, I had worked in several audit firms, which include Deloitte and old Andersen, now KPMG. I was also in Standard Trust Bank for a while in the financial control department before I joined Nigerian breweries. I became the general manager of Progress Trust CPFA in 2018. Yes, so that's about 4 years now. And I'm a chartered accountant, and I have my qualifications in accounting, even though, just like Kemi, my first degree was in microbiology, but I made the switch. So that's all about me for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm sure you have to be very intelligent to be able to easily just switch from what you did to something else. That's commendable. Okay, so we're just going to dive into it. So I'm going to talk briefly on what International Women's Day is really about and why it's usually celebrated, and then we'll get into the question and answers. Okay, so International Women's Day is a global and annual celebration of achievements of women, be it political, cultural, or socioeconomical achievements. And as we know, it's usually celebrated every year on the 8th of March. So we're doing this today because it's already approaching. So we want to hear from these lovely women today. And I think my first question today is, do you believe in gender equality? Because most times when they talk about women in the workplace, women at home, they always say, oh, we want to be equal to the men. So first of all, do you believe in gender equality?
Okay, can I go first?
Okay, please go.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Kemi, for that question. I will say I believe in gender equality, but I will not give you a yes or a no response. But I believe in gender equality because gender equality is good for everyone, both for the male and also for the female. You find out that if, as Nigerians, if you look at the statistics, we have 1 in 4 women or girls in their teenage years, they are not educated. Meanwhile, if you look at the proportion in males, we have 1 in 10. Women or the girls are a bit at a disadvantage. If the population of women is almost 50%, it means that about 50% of the women are not educated. And if you are not educated, how can you thrive? Both in your business, both in your home, both in your workplace. So I believe in gender equality because when everybody is treated equally, we have equal access to education, we have equal access to resources, then the country can thrive. You also find out that it's also good for men because a situation where, some men, some people look at them and they'll say, oh, when you are weak, they say, you are behaving like a woman. That's not also right. You're now trying to associate a man with femininity because he's not strong, he doesn't have the muscle, he doesn't, So if everybody is treated equal and we are free of stereotypes, then that will promote gender equality. So yes, I believe in gender equality and we need to take it seriously.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I see, Blessing, you have your hands raised. Please go.
Yeah, I'll take it from where she stopped, where my colleague Joy stopped. And I'm saying that, first of all, let's start with what does it actually mean, this gender equality? I'm for it, I agree, I say yes to gender equality. But what are we referring to as gender equality?
Okay, so let me just, to simply put it,
my mind,
should I say something about it? Just the simplest way, what it is.
No, I was going to say what I perceive it to be.
Okay, please, go ahead.
I perceive it to be, yes, I perceive it to be equitable distribution of resources, facilities, opportunities, and conditions of life to the gender equally. That is men and women. If you take it from what my colleague said, she picked education. Equitable distribution of that resource called education onto the men and onto the women. And what are we trying to achieve by this? It has been shown that it gives us a more balanced society, both in development and in satisfaction as human beings, so that the world can be a better place for all of us. Even in the Sustainable Development Goals, gender equality was recognized as something we should all, and to a man, be it on the home front, be it in the corporate world, be it in even religious activities. You find out that the inbuilt capacities of each gender will come out for the benefit of the entire mankind, because each gender is crafted with different gifts and abilities, talents. For a woman, for example, she can multitask, she can do a lot of things. That is how that woman is. There should be to each and every one of them. And for the menfolk, being another kind of gender, the woman should also understand that a man is also a human being and they have their own capacities, what they can do and what they may not be able to do as much as a woman. So if we collaborate with one another and have equality in the distribution of every resource that is available for mankind, it will pay humanity better than a lopsided consideration.
Yeah.
That's
very true. I really agree to collaboration. But let us hear from Mrs. Kemi.
I didn't expect. Right. Ukeme, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, Ukeme, can you hear me? Okay, great. So again, well said, well said. My two colleagues have spoken very well. And the way I have chosen to sort of approach it is to say, what does it mean to be human, right? What does it mean to be human, right? There are basic human rights, right to live, right? You know, we all have basic human rights. And when it comes to treating everyone as a human being, then everyone has a right to whatever it is that is well entitled, whether it's life and living. Everyone should have equal rights to express their God-given abilities.
Yeah.
I grew up in an environment where it didn't matter whether you were a boy or a girl. You know, everyone got the same quality of education. Everyone was treated the same, right? And today, everyone came out excellently well. And I'm talking about my mother. My mother was a working mother. You know, she retired as a nursing director so many years ago. She's almost 80. You know, all my aunties, they all grew up trained and doing excellently well in their various fields of study. And today, they have also produced women that are doing the same thing. If they had treated any gender differently from the other, they're not going to get those kind of outcomes. I believe that there's good in everyone, whether male or female, and everyone must be given the opportunity to exhibit and to accomplish their God-given abilities.
Yes.
And that means they must be given the platform to achieve whatever it is that they have the ability to achieve. Everyone is only as good as the opportunities that they are exposed to. So why limit anyone?
Thank you. Thank you. I agree to that as well. Society, workplace, I agree that the men and women should have equal opportunities. I totally agree to that.